Ok, buenas todos, ha salido un trailer de Tignari. Ah, el trailer de 5 minutos, ¿no? Aunque bueno, ya me da igual porque... Ah, no, perdón. Aquí no sé. Ya lo he probado. No, como que... Es más, pondré aquí el vídeo donde literalmente lo pruebo y está roto el hijo de puta. Vale, no, la mecánica de Tignari es simple y muy bestia. Muy bestia. No, es muy bestia este pavo. Mete mucho dentro. Mete mucho dentro, mucho. A ver si me explican aquí una mecánica que no sepa del juego, porque, bueno, joder. La leche.
Compared to ferocious beasts, it's hard to imagine placid plants ever posing a serious threat to humans. But deep within the sprawling forest, where the vegetation grows unchecked, there is no telling what dangers may lurk within. So never underestimate the rainforest, for life is a formidable force. If you're hoping to pass through the Avidia forest without incident, you would be wise to heed the stern warnings of the Forest Watcher.
I'll lead the way.
Tignari believes that the best thing to do with knowledge is to utilize it effectively in everyday life. Applying his botanical expertise in the use of his dendrovision has helped him to both advance his research and protect the rainforest's ecosystem. To be an effective forest watcher requires a keen, observant pair of eyes. When Tignari is in your party, the location of resources unique to Sumeru will appear on your minimap, making it easier to gather supplies. Tignari's normal attack can combo up to 4 consecutive shots, dealing physical damage. With a charged attack, Tignari executes a more precise, aimed shot that deals increased damage. The shot has different effects depending on how long the charging lasts. At charge level 1, Tignari fires a dendro-infused arrow that deals dendro damage.
La segunda, en cambio...
At charge level 2, Tignari fires a wreath arrow that deals dendro damage.
Y luego hace unas flechas que dirigen al bicho. Dos cosas, esas flechas pueden fallar si el bicho se mueve. Dos, tardan mucho, pero si levantas la E, puedes cargarlo instantáneamente. Repito, esto lo he probado ya con el Tignari, por lo que ver.
After hitting its target, several cluster bloom arrows are generated that will auto-target nearby enemies and deal further dendro damage. When the talent Keen Sight is unlocked...
¿Quién ha traducido esto? Daño a Nemo. El dendro no existe.
Further dendro damage. When the talent Keen Sight is unlocked, after Tignari fires a wreath arrow, his elemental mastery will be increased for a limited time. Tignari's elemental skill throws a Vijnana Stormheart ahead of him that deals AoE dendro damage, and creates a Vijnana Khanda field, which summons strange illusions to taunt enemies and draw their fire. Also, Tignari gains the Vijnana Suffusion effect that decreases the charging time of the next arrow. This effect will dissipate once the duration ends, or after Tignari has fired a certain number of wreath arrows.
I'll uproot you!
When Tignari unleashes his elemental burst, he harnesses the power of germination and fires 6 Tanglevine tendrils that automatically target enemies and deal dendro damage. After the Tanglevine tendrils hit their target, a second wave of tendrils is produced that also auto-target enemies and deal dendro damage. After studying the properties of a diverse range of plants, Tignari gained a wealth of new insight into dendro-infused arrows. After unlocking the talent Scholarly Blade, for every point of elemental mastery Tignari possesses, his charged attack and elemental burst damage are increased.
Cuando tienes un talento especial, lo que hace es que cada punto te aumenta más la maestría. Sí. Aumenta lo de cargarlo menos.
Elemental burst damage are increased. Damage can only be increased up to a certain limit.
70%.
Poorly prepared hikers and fierce monsters are constant troubles in the rainforest. An earnest, informative lecture is sufficient to deal with the flora. But in the case of the latter, Tignari shows no mercy. During battle,
Se mueve la vida,
Tignari
hijo de
first
puta.
uses his elemental skill to create a Vignana Conda field
Ahí está,
to
pa.
taunt enemies and obtain the Vignana Suffusion
Pa.
effect.
Y pa.
From a
Para
safe
cambiar
vantage
rápido.
point, he can now quickly charge
Otra más
and
y
fire
repetir.
wreath arrows to deal dendro damage to enemies.
Y aparte, como los bichos
When
están drogados,
energy
no te
is
pegan.
full, Tignari unleashes his elemental burst, firing tanglevine tendrils that pursue enemies. 2 waves of tanglevines will home in on enemies to root out the problem at the source.
Broken. Muy broken.
Even as I speak, strange events that I cannot comprehend are unfolding in Sumeru City. Fortunately for Tignari, though he lacks knowledge of the full situation, his intuition has saved him from becoming entangled in it. In Tignari's opinion, however profound and esoteric knowledge may be, it does not equal virtue. Elitism and deceit can lead to no good. Ironically, the academia sages who manage knowledge neither comprehend the true meaning of knowledge, nor understand the yearnings of the human heart. Though Tignari has rejected them several times, still their pleas come time after time to his door. Let's see just where exactly the path of stubbornness and ignorance will lead them in the
Muy mal.
future.
¿Quién era ese? ¿Quién es este? Un sabio sumo, supongo. Bueno, sí, poco que decir, literalmente. No me gustó que han hecho la mecánica que es, básicamente. La más importante es lanzar droga, no lanzarla, pa, 3 veces, cambiar de personaje, hacerse los bufos, ¿no? Y volver al personaje de vuelta porque ya se ha recargado otra vez la volver a lanzar la volver pu. O sea, está broken, no lo siguiente. Pero muy exageradamente broken. Y lo jodido aquí lo hace lento el capullo.
Obtain the Vignana
El que tiene el
Suffusion
gameplay.
effect.
¡Pum! ¡Ya está! ¡Dispara! Ha tardado 2 segundos más de lo que tenía que
From a
tardar.
safe vantage point, he can now quickly charge and fire wreath arrows to deal
O sea, es ridículo. Y si llevas a una Fischl o a una Shogun, que creo que es mejor, pues con el Electro vas a pegar aún más. Recordemos que el Electro lo que hace con el Dendro es potenciar tanto el Electro como el Dendro. Aunque eso no lo he visto, la verdad. O sea, se supone que yo creo que beneficia al Electro nada más, Porque no he visto... Cuando electrocutas a un Dendro, ¿no? Lo intensificas, hace más daño el Electro, porque el Dendro yo no he visto que haga más daño. Pero bueno,